Nämen hej! Tjenare tjenare and welcome back. In this episode we are continuing our exploits in Durlag's tower. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy my content, that would really help me out, thank you very very much. Before we go on, I just want to say that you will hear in the sound of my voice from this recording that I am a wee bit tired, and this is due to ME sadly, but I don't want you to worry too much about it, I just want you to know why. And I had to do a re-narration because of loss of audio from the original video clip. Now, with that out of the way, let's get this party started!
Yes? Great peril yields great beauty.
What is it this time? You have but to ask.
Helm, as you will.
Yes, you have but to ask.
And the reason we're going back is this. Right here is a hidden treasure underneath one of these
I'm gone.
blocks in the floor. And inside we find a ring, a diamond or whatever, and some money. This, that's my eyes are deceiving me, is a ring of princes.
You have but to ask.
And actually I have no idea why I went back to get that, but maybe we'll find out in a moment. So we rest and then take a look at what we got. I will decide to identify the book that Imran picked up earlier. From our understanding, which permanently increases wisdom. It's always good to get permanent buffs to your character, so I'll give this ring to Jaheira because she can use it, so that's excellent. She's only wearing a chainmail.
What is it this
And then I read the book. Which then, of course, increases my wisdom to 11. Now, continuing on our merry way down the rabbit hole.
You're a queer fellow. I'm gone.
Send Emma in first with her detection of traps, naturally. So.
Yep.
Now, before
I've
us
done had enough of this.
stand 4 dwarves, and there is some kind of something in the middle of the room. We talk to them, they speak in riddles. And of course, if you don't want to consult a walkthrough, you have to find out, you have to kind of put together what it wants. What are these 4 wardens? What do they want? As I have done this before, I have figured out before, and I don't want to have to do it now. I'm reading through what to do. So there are certain words here of interest to us. One is avarice, the other is fear, then we have love, and then we have pride. And there are these 4 things that were the downfall of Durlag, which is why these 4 things, these 4 attributes or aspects, as it were the reason for his downfall and the loss of his tower, but also his entire family, as it turned out. So basically for the first part of this, I'm just walking around with Imran and trying to find nice loot, which we do, and then I just, split it between the party members.
My blade will cut you
I think we
down
all
to
deserve a
size.
pat on the back.
And if you just play Emon right at this point, she can sort of hold her own, actually.
I feel so cold.
But then, of course, I made a new mistake and
gone.
had to reload. So, yeah. Because it's easy to forget to turn on the trap detection after fights. And this reminds me a little bit of how I had to play in the beginning of the game when I only had Imwen and Akensis, who both could take about half a hit from every enemy we met. So yeah, kiting is a thing in this game, at least in the early stages.
My blade will cut you down to size.
How may I be of assistance? What is it this time?
I'll do my best.
What you want? I'm gone.
And there came the other one.
Yes?
For the glory of hell! You have need of me? If none are better.
Right, and here we encountered a phase spider, which is a spider that phases around, teleports itself around. It's not always particularly logical. As you saw, it just randomly teleported to individuals it didn't know were here. But we don't mind, because then we could kill it faster.
Is my life.
I care not. I'm gone.
Simply decided to take the other side of the first corridor before advancing too far into the southwest.
What is it this time?
Let's give them a right thrashing.
You're a queer fellow. What you want? I've done had enough of this.
I can't say I'm too mad about the fact that we're getting so many great arrows. So much arrows and many really good ones too. Might indeed be one of the few places so far in the game where we actually found plenty of arrows. So
Can I help you?
yeah. It just proves to show how they went the extra mile when making the Tales of the Sword Coast content, in that they planned for the player to be at, in this case, Durlag's tower for a long period of time, needing to replenish their stock of in this case arrows. Same thing with the healing potions. I think it's been quite a bit of healing potions.
What you want?
Now we got into
I've
one of
done
the
had
first
enough of
actual
this.
fights in a while. Fights that really, to some degree, actually challenging.
You have need of me? If none
So these are
better?
three,
How many shall be as
I
you
believe,
wish? Once I shall
greater
attend to it in a trice.
doppelgangers.
I
And what
can
they do
but
primarily
try.
to buff themselves up is that they blur themselves and they cast
Yes?
speed buff. So they
You have but
they
to
shred you
ask.
to pieces.
Thoughts wouldn't have been.
So that being said, I decided to simply gather everyone
How may I be of assistance? You have but to
and
ask.
yeah, we'll do a bit of
What
a
is it this time?
bit more cheeky sort of strategy.
You have but to ask.
And we all know what I mean when I say that, right? Yeah, it's fireball time. And then we wait a bit and shoot another one, because apparently they just remain standing inside there and don't even bother to go check who's killing them with fire. Okay, so one panics. That's good for us.
Yes? How may I be of assistance? It shall be as you wish.
Now, keep the speed on himself and probably the other live doppelganger. So they're going to be extremely dangerous at this point.
Time to fillet some meat. Time to fillet some meat.
So yeah, you can see how
What is it
I'm
this
dying.
time?
For the glory of Helm!
So strategy sort of worked up until that point. So we're trying something else. Why the lightning wand, you ask? Well, it will be revealed to you.
How may I be? It shall be as you wish.
And here it comes. Now, okay, so I probably talked about this before, but the lightning wand is extremely volatile because you have no idea where the lightning is going to. that was a terrible idea. Okay. Yeah, it was probably one of my most
I shall
terrible
attend to it
ideas
in a trice.
so far in the dungeon.
Can I help you?
How may I be of assistance? You have but to
Yes?
You're a queer fellow.
What is it this time?
My spleen! Alas, my life's blood seeps out.
Oh, my heart's really not in this. You have need of me?
Yes?
I'll do my best.
How may I be of assistance?
My blade will cut you down to size.
And that actually sort of worked.
I can.
You just
but
need to get some sort of angle when using the lightning wand, so that it doesn't bounce straight back at you,
What
but
is
it's
it this
still
time?
extremely volatile.
You have but to ask.
Right, so there we found the mallet head, which is one of the items you must combine at the forge in the smithy. And the mallet head and the mallet handle. I just continue to explore and yeah, get rid of traps and advance forward. This is how you do it. Shouldn't be surprising to anyone. And then over here I find some opposition.
How may I be of assistance?
My blade will cut you down to size.
So after the fight, we found more enemies to
What is it this
to fight, and for some reason I decided it was a good idea to focus my attacks on the skeleton. In a moment you'll understand why that was not such a great idea. You can see that it resists half of the damage I do, because it doesn't have flesh, I suppose. And if you hurl projectiles at bone, you get the idea.
I'm in need of aid. By as you will.
Nature's servant awaits.
I'll need a healer as soon as possible.
As you direct.
You have need of me?
How may I be of assistance?
Yeah, so I had to reload and try again.
I swear
How
you'll
may I
never
be of
hear
assistance?
the
You
end of
have
it.
but to ask.
I've done had enough of this.
I'll do my best.
What is it this time?
For the fallen!
Now, the better thing to do, of course, is to hit the golem first. So that's what I choose to do this time. And
Getting weaker. You have need of me?
yeah, let's just say that
Nature's servant awaits.
it would be the better idea. Problem being though that Khalid is dying. So
Can I help you?
You've a task?
so let's reload again.
How may I be
And
of
this is
assistance?
how
I shall
the
attempt
cookie
to
crumbles
resolve
in this game. And you mustn't lose hope.
I've done had enough of this.
Can I help you?
Nature's servant awaits.
Have need of me?
Open wound in Mother
None
Earth.
are better.
I would plug it had I the power.
What is it this time? Yes?
Oh, my heart's really not in this.
For the fallen!
Now, Khalid's already taken a bit of damage, so instead of waiting, I tried to hurry, but they just do a lot of damage, and I wasn't quick enough to heal them back up, so one more try.
Nature's servant awaits. As you direct.
None are better.
Yes, or only the You've attacked as you direct.
Getting weaker. I'll need a healer as soon as
What is
possible.
it this time?
For the glory of
My
hell.
spleen! Alas, my life's blood seeps out. Yes?
Let's give them a right threat.
So that was a little bit easier.
Nature's servant awaits.
I've done had enough of this.
What is it this time?
I care not. I've done had enough of this.
What is it this time? I shall attempt to resolve.
What do you want? I'm gone.
Yes? I have but to ask.
Now, this is a pretty interesting plate mail, so going to see about it thoroughly. Well, once we can identify it. And this is just going through some sweet loot that we find and sorting it out. Nothing particularly interesting, but good, very, very good. So do not pass this room if you're in this dungeon. Notably, we also find switch for an engine, which is also one thing that's required for the waters. And the switch was obviously for this machine. And here we find a mustard jelly, for which I don't think arrows are effective, but we'll see when I switch it up here if we can hit it. Okay, so we can actually hit it with these arrows. But I figured, well, since it slowed me with this attack, I might as well just go get help. And here we can also see a lot of corpses from previous parties, probably. Parties of adventurers that came here to find their fortune. And now we came into just behind the thing where the warders are standing. Having updated myself on what they actually ask of me, I now have a pretty good idea about what to do. And once I've completed waking each one of them or activating each one of them, then yeah, we'll get to that.
Tend to it in a trice.
Okay, so there we have completed the mallet. We have forged the two pieces into one.
You're a queer fellow. I've done had enough of this.
And so we must continue to explore and find this, which is grapes for making wine. And it takes me a few moments to understand exactly where to click. But once I figure it out, it's all good. Next up is the Pride of Durlag, which is this object here.
Yes?
Yep. This way.
Nature servant awaits. My honor is my wife.
I cannot. I've done had enough of this.
Yeah. As you direct.
And so it's time to activate them. I had, however, forgotten one little detail, which was that I needed to actually use the mallet and whack the gong. And with all the warders now awake, they will test my mettle to see if I am indeed worthy of proceeding.
Can I help you?
My honor is my life.
Nature's servant awaits.
Yes?
You're a queer fellow.
But having only reloaded once, yeah, I showed him what I was made of.
I'm gone.
You have need of me. I'll do my best.
What is it this time? It shall be as you wish.
If none are better.
Yes? I shall attend to it in a trice.
I can but try.
How may I be of assistance?
You have need. I'll do my best.
What is it you have but to ask?
My honor is my life.
And there I cast a successful spell burst, so we got through his resistance spell.
How may I be of assistance?
Helm, give me
Nature's
strength.
servant
What is it you have but to ask?
So kill another one of them.
Can I help you?
Yes, oh omnipresent authority figure.
Try to kite him with my main character so I don't die. Good, got 3 of them.
How may I be
And it's just the last one now.
Have need of
Just
me?
have to make sure that he doesn't die.
Yes.
Pop a potion there. And we can back away.
Weaker. I'll need a heal. I'll do my best.
And there we go.
What is it this time? It shall be as you wish.
Alright then, so we've reached the, I think, final level of the dungeon. Okay, no, never mind. We've only reached the second one. It's all good though. There's plenty more to do, but the first level takes the longest, I think. I feel like this is a good place to end the video. We have successfully cleared the first basement level of Durlag's tower. Now, I have certainly had a good time and I hope you have too. Until next time, please remember to take good care of yourself because you are worth it. Bye bye.